what I'm going to do for this is sign up as a church to give you a tutorial. And before we get started, just want to let you know that the church profile and the candidate profile are vastly different. Candidates profiles are limited, and church profiles are full profiles, where it allows them the availability, gives churches the availability to be able to see a side-by-side PDF of the church's answers versus the candidate's answers, so that you can take this to your hiring committee and they can see a side-by-side of those answers and see which candidates match best and which ones they want to hire onto church staff. Go ahead and select church, click that you agree, and you can sign up using social media or your information. Now, I've already gone and done this, so the first screen you will see as soon as you sign up is the contact information. You can fill out as much information as you're comfortable with. However, I'd like to let you know that the more information you provide, the better the matches are. So you'll start by putting in your contact. The person that is ahead of the hiring committee will be put, their name will be put here. You'll put in all of your information. I want you to notice that you can make this information private so that it's not visible to the candidate. We've done this for privacy's sake. Some of our churches require this and request this. So you go and fill out all of this information and put a photo of your church if you'd like. Now I'm going to pretend as if I've clicked continue, and that will take me to the next tab, denomination. So notice under denomination you're asked what denomination you belong to. You can answer a maximum of 2. And then if your denomination requires candidates or staff to be ordained before they can be brought on to staff, then it'll ask a series of doctrine questions, and you can answer all of those. Click continue. If you can't finish the form and you don't have enough time, you can save and log out and come back to it later. Just remember your password. Also, it'll go ahead and take you to the next tab, and we'll just go ahead and go through these as fast as we can. Church context is basically where your church is located and the context of what type of ministry your church does. So if you minister to the rural area or a small town area, you can answer the like. Is your church made up of mostly college and career? So you can go through those questions. Then we'll continue on to church character, and this is where you answer most of your staff and how they end up as far as character. So our church staff are highly self-motivated. You can say it's somewhat average or above average, and you'll just go through that series of questions, which there's not very many. Answers things like work ethic, standard work ethic. Do they have vision? Do they set aside their personal vision for the vision of the church? I find that this is a very important question asked by most pastors when bringing someone on staff. So I'll be happy to note that we have included that. And then finally, any church specifics. So if there are any church specifics, such as we require that youth minister or children's minister wear robes, and they're going to have to buy their own robe, or certain equipment is required, and that staff needs to know before they're brought on board what that is required of them. You can put all that information here, and finally click submit. So we'll pretend that I've clicked submit, and it'll take me immediately to my dashboard. It'll have your church name, your denomination, and your church approach. We'll find after you post your job, you'll see those matches in this space here. It'll give you the top 5 matches for your church. So let's go ahead and post a new position and see what that looks like. There's only 2 tabs. So you have the ministry experience or ministry title. So we'll select, we want to hire a children's minister. Notice that we've already made a job description for you. It's quite extensive. You don't have to answer any questions regarding these. However, our candidates must answer how proficient they are at every single one of these questions, and those get matched up to your profile based on the year's experience that you select. So if you say we need someone up to 2 years, then that means the skill level for this job description doesn't need to be as high as someone requiring, a church requiring 5+ years. So when you select this year's experience, this matches it up with a candidate who has a skill level for those years' experience. If you want to select full-time or part-time, and then whether you need a male, female, or both. So we'll go ahead and click continue. And then finally, you get to the personality preference, whether you prefer what age group, what age range. You can select a maximum of 2. Their Myers-Briggs personality profile. You can select a maximum of 5. Their highest degree, their DISC profile. So you can see we've gone to the nth degree to try to find the best match for your church. And then finally, a leadership style. If you have any questions regarding these, you can simply click here and it'll give you an idea of those types, those 16 types, and then as far as leaders, you can see those leadership types. So we'll go ahead and click submit, and you'll notice it'll take me back to the dashboard, and I have that children's ministry position open. At any moment, I can archive and close this position if I've hired someone, or I can edit. When you do get a match, you'll have available to you an inbox feature or an email inbox feature where you can message back and forth between you and that candidate to see whether or not you want to set up an interview. Also, you'll have available to you their information as far as what they answered, their PDF. If in fact you sign up for a premium membership, you'll be able to see that side-by-side answers between what your church answered and what the candidate answered. So hopefully you find this useful. We're setting this up as a tool for churches to be able to give them as much information as possible. And we look forward to working with you in the future.